I am Elizabeth Day, and I'm here to talk to you about my experiences as a BSN prepared nurse. First, I'm going to talk to you about how I will use what I've learned in my practice. First, I will talk a little bit about the research class that I took, which I was kind of dreading at first, but I actually really enjoyed. I will use that, and I've started to use it a little bit already, on working on projects to better our unit. Right now I'm working on a project with a couple of other nurses to reduce the risks of CLABSI and reduce CLABSI rates in our unit. And this will help our patients and will help our unit in general, as it'll save us some money. Next, my leadership skills. I'm a charge nurse in our ICU, and I'm already using some of these leadership skills and practicing to improve my relationships and my abilities to lead and set good examples for the people that I work with. My community health class was something that I didn't know that I was going to enjoy, but I really did. It kind of sparked an interest in me in looking into ways to better the health of our community and looking at things that I really never even thought about before. So those are just a few of the things that I learned in a few of the classes that really stuck with me. Next, continuing my education. I am already working a little bit on studying for my CCRN, which is the Critical Care Registered Nurse, and I'm planning on taking that test next spring, and I'm hoping with that I can improve my skills and maybe bring some, education and promote education and learning new things to the other nurses in our unit. As far as that goes, the continuing education, and as an ICU nurses, there are so many new and better and things that you've never even heard of happening all the time. I really want to set a goal to attend 2 conferences each year, and maybe not in Springfield, but just kind of all over, where I can learn new things and bring them back to the unit and trial them and teach my peers, and maybe even teach the doctor something that I've learned that they don't know about. A servant leader is something that is focused on all through school SBU, and I hope I can do that in many aspects of my life. First, with my patients. I work really hard to treat every patient as if they are one of my family members, and I want them to know that they're getting the best medical and spiritual care that I can provide. And in the area that I work in, we do a lot more interacting verbally with patients' families than we do with patients, because most of our patients are intubated and sedated and they can't communicate very well. I know that many of those families are having the worst day or week or month of their life, and I try really hard to not let their frustrations bother me and know that they are suffering a loss or a potential loss, and they just need spiritual support to get through that. As far as my peers, we work in a very high stress environment, and there are days when things are really hard at work and it's hard to get through it and it's hard to want to come back the next day. So I try to be a sounding board to my peers, especially the younger nurses who maybe don't know how to compartmentalize what they're feeling yet and have a hard time not taking all of that home with them. And I hope that I'm able to help them and show them ways that I've learned how to cope with everything from work. And as far as home life goes, I think being a servant leader starts with setting a good example for my kids and letting them know that faith is probably one of the most important things, and if they want something, they're going to have to work really hard for it. Finally, I believe that my knowledge as a holistic caregiver has increased tenfold over the course of my BSN journey. I really try to take time to know my patients and their families and what kind of spiritual beliefs they have and what coping mechanisms they have. And I try to play into those and make sure that I'm able to provide them with the spiritual care that they need as well. We also have a really great chaplain system at Mercy, whereas if I'm not able to give them what they need, I know that I have resources I can reach out to. I've really enjoyed my BSN courses, and I hope they make me a better nurse. And I hope that in the future I'm able to take this education and apply it to whatever education I decide to do in the future. Thanks for listening.